Good evening, this is Spirit Journey. Today is Saturday, March 18th, 2017, and it's about 7 p.m. in the evening. I want to talk to you about something that I was listening to today about aliens, space creatures, UFOs, and the like. I never saw anything like this before. I never encountered a UFO or ET. But this video I was watching, a woman, when she was a little girl, her father worked for the government, well, for the military, and she lived on a base. And one particular day, some type of creature or being was in the girl's room. She screamed and ran, and she thought the creature was going to get her. She had run into another room, slammed the door, and I think this creature or being was even scratching at the door. And at that moment, her parents all of a sudden comes home. They hear the daughter screaming. Oh no, the girl wasn't screaming yet at this point, because she said that she became afraid for her life and she didn't want to call out her parents' name because she thought this being would attack her parents. So, in short, she finally, sees her parents and she relayed to them what was going on. Oh, the mother, I think both parents, they saw the door and that there was like scratch or something. And the parents knew right up that there was something there, evil. And earlier, sometime before that incident, the father did disclose his knowledge about UFOs and ETs and told the little girl, his daughter, that these things do exist, but you must keep it quiet. Don't tell anyone about it, the father instructed the little girl. The little girl was very mature for her age. She was an only child. And so she knew how to handle herself well. And that's also why the parents allowed her that particular evening to be alone for that moment, so that the parents could go out. I think the girl might have been 10 years old or something like that. She was young. And why I share this story is such. Well, the little girl realized, at least as an adult, at least, she's telling the story as an adult. And she said that if this being wanted to get her, he would have. And when she was telling the story, I thought the same thing. I said, wow, this ET doesn't know how to stay quiet. And why all the fanfare, why all the noise, whatever. When you, like a lion, it doesn't make a lot of noise. When it pounces, it's quiet and sneaks up on the person, So this being had some type of understanding. And it deliberately did what it did. Don't you notice with children's stories, you hear them say, oh, the boogeyman tried to get me. And don't you notice with these boogeymans that it just tries to scare you? It may even try to touch you, whatever, but it doesn't kill you. Why doesn't it kill you? Why? Why go through all this fanfare, go in your room, make a lot of noise, knock things over, etc.? Well, just that. It wants to scare you. And in the story with this woman about her childhood and her father knowing about UFOs and that the father worked for the military, that it came out in the story that the father had a lot of classified information, and the military was concerned that he may share information with someone. So they wanted him to leave. And so they strategically allowed this being, this what I call my labs, military labs, that the military, it is said by some researchers that the military has the technology to make living organisms, beings, the little grays as we call them, and that they work with special equipment. It's all energy and could materialize and dematerialize from your vision. And they did this right at the point when they knew the parents were going to come home, and the little girl would scream or whatever, and that the parents would come in and get all frantic, oh, we better move. And that's what happened. The parents moved, and that's just what the military or the higher ups wanted the family to do. So I shared this audio tape to discuss that some things that we encounter, it's not by chance, and that it's all by design. And just as in this case, you have a military or you have a government, and you have people who see things, who experience things, but you notice that that what is universal is the fear factor. You have beings that they want that's how they eat. By your fear, by your anxieties. This is what's very rampant today. The spook films, the drama, even in the elections, the political elections that we have. We had one just a couple of months ago, the presidential election. And you saw all the violence, the name calling, the anxiety, the fears that were produced. That is the goal. The goal is to upset you, to upset communities, to upset countries, etc. They want to trick you. They are feeding off of our energies. And you need to take control of your actions. Just like this little girl, when she realized as an adult what really happened. So, when you encounter things like that in the media, don't even go out to see these spook films. Don't you notice when you go into the movie theater, it's called the silver screen. These silver screens may be designed to actually absorb your energy, your fears. Why is that? Why are these movie producers want to create films? It's to get a reaction and fear, anxiety. They feed off of this. Why do we go to church? Because we're feeding our energies to these beings. If these beings have all this technology, why would they need to find out how the human body works? The Elohim of the Bible created you, or made you, or designed you. They know exactly how you work. They wouldn't need to come down from a spaceship or whatever and want to find out how you work. They know how we work. So what's going on? You're being used as food for others. And they watch you, and when they feel, hey, let's do this to this person, even on a human level. You ever meet people, let's say co-workers, and they know that employee A is very emotional, and they may come over and harass them just to get a reaction from them, from that person, and laugh. In essence, they are taking that person's energy and making fun, you know? So don't give people your energy. If you feel that you're starting to get stressed out, worried, when that happens, take a deep breath, disengage with the thing that is causing you the problem, if it's safe to do so, and meditate, or take a shower, or listen to music. Do something. And before you go to bed every night, you, your children, your loved ones, give a prayer. You give an intent. And you say that I am going to sleep with safety, sound mind, and nothing evil is going to come my way. Something to that effect. You make a statement of intent for that evening as a shield of protection. Just like when people are meditating, before they do so, they give a prayer of intent for protection, a shield of protection. Do the same thing when you're going to sleep. Do the same thing before you go outside to engage with other people. It's given an intent, and it's setting your mind and prepping you for, what could happen. It's priming you. So do these things. Be aware of what's really going on, and that these beings are just things that they die. They die just like you. So they're not superior. They may have more knowledge, but having knowledge and being supreme are two separate things. It doesn't mean that they're perfect. And the gods of the Bible are not perfect and seem just as emotional as us. Maybe you are God. Each one of us is a God. And each one of us are to be your personal best, rather than worshiping other things who you perceive as being better than. Start worshiping yourself, but not worshiping yourself in vanity, but appreciation. When you appreciate yourself, you can appreciate everybody and all living things. That's all that I have to say. Please feel free to comment below. Share this video, I should say my audio video, with friends, family members. Please subscribe to Spirit Journey, and to give me the thumbs up. Have a great evening, guys. Bye-bye.